as he just said, my name is Priscilla Andaluz. I'm a senior at New Paltz High School. My topic is living happiness within Hinduism, and I'll get into that in greater detail. So first off, my gold foundation. I figured I'd let you guys know one more time. As you know, it was created by Elise Gold and Matthew Swerdloff in honor of their daughter, Maya Gold. And she had the most beautiful idea to try to make the world a more peaceful place. This past April, 16 youth ambassadors and 16 leaders went on a trip to Nepal, and while we were there, we learned about the history and the culture, all while being fully immersed in it. Okay, so happiness, as said by Dr. Sunita Singh, is the state or situation in which I live. If there's harmony or synergy in it, then I like to be in that situation. Basically, that means if there's balance in your life with you and everything around you, then you should be happy. And oftentimes, when you're happy, people like to stay in that situation. So basically, these pictures here are just things that make people happy, whether it be like the world around you, the nature that's with you, and then also making human connection. And another thing with that is that happiness doesn't just come from inside you, it comes from everything around you, with the balance of the world, the earth, the people around you, your family, everything. So like I just said, human interaction is a key element to happiness. So without interacting with others, you wouldn't get the smiles or the laughter or the joy with everybody around you. People often feel that they're better off alone just because they don't want to deal with other people's opinions or anything else that they may just not agree with. But the fact of the matter is, without the interaction with everybody, you wouldn't be smiling, you wouldn't be laughing, you wouldn't be prospering as a human. So, all the pictures that I'm going to be showing are examples of people interacting with their family that we saw, people storytelling, people playing games, people playing music together, or just simply living a good, happy day. When I spoke with Dr. Singh again, she told me that there's this saying in Hinduism, and it's basically simple living and higher thinking. So that entails that simple living just means you don't need all these materialistic things in your life in order to make yourself happy. People think that in order to be happy, they need to go out and buy that new car, buy that new house, get those brand new pair of shoes, but that's not going to make you continuously happy. It's only going to give you temporary happiness. And with that, people often feel that things that I have noticed is that people often feel more happy when they talk with others or when they're out in nature, spending time with friends and family, and playing games or listening to music or telling a story about a slingshot. So, happiness doesn't just have to do with physical things. It doesn't have to do with that brand new piece of art that you got. It could just be from talking with others and spending time with others. Along with the higher thinking aspect of that saying, it means more. You need to have some kind of balance within your life in order to be happy. So you need to be able to interconnect the people and the nature and the world around you, and including the earth, because that's part of you. Another thing that Dr. Singh and I spoke about was that Happiness exists in every moment in our life. We only need to feel it. People often feel that there's too many negative things going on in their life, whether it be war or state issues or just a problem with your neighbor next door. But people feel that there is no happiness around them sometimes. And then they just get in this endless cycle of unhappiness. But the truth is, there's happiness all around you. There's sunlight outside today. You guys woke up today. You guys all made it here today. That's a little bit of happiness. So there's always a little bit around you, and it's just a matter of actually realizing it and appreciating it. So basically, you guys don't have to read all these ones here. I'll tell you about them. So basically, being happy doesn't mean you have to be alone, because some people think that when they're happy, that then they'll no longer grow or they'll no longer prosper. But as stated otherwise, and it's in fact the opposite case. When you are with other people, you will grow more. And if you want yourself to grow, you need to want the world around you to grow as well. With wanting the world to grow, you need to realize that if you want that continuous cycle of happiness and growth in your life, not just in yourself, but in the world around you, you need to be able to replenish the world as well. Because without the sunlight, or without the flowers, or the birds, the bees, everything, and even the rain, life wouldn't be going on. So when you take from the world, you need to make sure to give back as well. The world has given to you since the beginning of time. Without the earth, none of us would even be here. So you need to make sure to reciprocate the love and care that's given to you. And then everybody will be happy. Just to reiterate that, happiness exists in every part of our life. And we need to just appreciate it and acknowledge it, because it's there for a reason. It's not just showing up for nothing. Don't read all that. I'm gonna tell you about that. You don't have to read all of it. So basically, okay. So, alright, so back to the point of finding that balance in your life, you need to also keep in mind that it doesn't take things to be overnight. You can't force the balance, you can't force all these things to happen. It has to naturally come. So basically, you need to remember to give back to that person that always gives you $5 every day just so you can buy a fruit. Or tell stories with your friends just to make them feel happier. You see them having a bad day, make sure to give out to that. Make sure to take a day for yourself. Otherwise, what's the point? It's for you. Without you, there is nothing in your life. It's your life. It all pertains to you guys. You need to make sure to just not connect with yourself, but make sure to connect with everybody around you, because human interaction is everything. Any questions?
Thank you, Priscilla. That was beautiful.
What was your process of communicating with Dr. Singh?
Well, actually, I got in contact with her again through Matthew, and basically we've been emailing over the last week, and I'll ask her a few questions on plausible things on why people are unhappy and happy, and she tells me her opinion, and then I just branch off from that. And yeah, now we're Facebook friends, so we're cool.
How did you meet Dr. Singh?
We met her in Nepal. She gave us a lecture on a whole bunch of array of things in one night, and it was just amazing. She spoke about happiness and interconnection with people, and very, very heartwarming.
Did you get to talk about how things were in Nepal, like maybe 50 years ago versus how they are now with Western influences and media influences coming in? Has that been an impact on people's happiness?
We did get to talk about that a little bit while we were there, but that wasn't with especially Dr. Singh. We saw a different professor. I believe that was Dr. Sharma. But basically said that with like all the new influences from like America and also everywhere else around the world, the more traditional people, they're trying to like accustom to it, and not all of them were very open to it, but it causes a little bit of fluctuation between people's happiness and whatnot.
Can you give a couple of personal examples of how you put that lesson into action for you?
Well, for me, especially like the human interaction aspect. Since coming back from Nepal, I've spent so much more time with like friends that I meet out there, and just whether it be literally like face to face or may it be like over the phone, like speaking to some of the HTC kids that I made, like friends that I made with out there. And then also like in my home, I've spent time trying to like get back to the earth more and changing our little bit of habits just to try to implement it a little bit. It's the little bit that counts.
And you felt more happy?
Yeah, definitely. Things have been much brighter in my life since coming back from Nepal, and then since bringing those little bits in. Especially, I can see it in my brother, I can see it in my sister, I can see it in my mother and father. It's the little things that I've been trying to tell them since we got back, and it's working little by little.
This is about human interaction, which I think is so important. I once saw a video clip of a young boy and a young girl, teenagers, walking through the park in different directions. They bumped into each other by accident, so they stopped. Who are you? What are you doing here? Where do you come from? And they had a long walk and a long talk, and they started going together, and they made a happy life. The second clip was the same two people, each of them holding a cell phone and looking down. They walked right by each other. They never even noticed each other. And that's happening much too often today in this world. I do not carry my cell phone around with me. I take it when I go out if I think I might need to get in touch with my son or something. Otherwise, it stays in the house. I have a landline, and that's what I prefer. A landline.
See them after an explanation of what that is, young people.
That's good.
Anybody else?